Hello, welcome back, folks, to Bold and Nutty Reviews. And today I have something I want to share with you, folks. It's my own personal opinion right now, by the way, so don't get offended, anyone out there. But I want to tell you why I prefer the Didache Bible, the Ignatius Bible edition. You know, that means it's based on a Revised Standard Second Catholic edition like this here, and that's why I want to say this. Right next to it is the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, Old and New Testament, sorry. This is the personal size leather-bound one. Why I prefer the Didache Bible to this one. And it's just a matter of my own opinion, first of all. And this one, by the way, is paperback. I mean, hardcover. You can hear it, and it's showing the gloss there from the overhead light. But anyway, the shininess. The reason why I prefer it is because, to me, one, the text in this is 9.5 font, 9.5 print font, right? And the notes on this is 8-point font, whereas in the personal size edition of the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, it is 9-point font for the text. So remember, this is 9.5, this is 9. That little difference does make more than a little difference, I would say. And then the notes on this has, like I said, 8.5. This has 7-point font for the notes. So I'm going to show you that in a minute, what it looks like, okay? So I prefer this for another reason, too, is the color of the pages. Now, it's kind of, nice, that cream color, whatever. But I just feel like that with the white, and by the way, both Bibles have like thin pages, so you're going to see bleed through. But I do like the way the words pop. First of all, they're bigger font, larger font. But I like the way the words jump out like from the white pages instead of the cream color. I don't know. I just like that better. That's one of the main reasons too, is that I can read it. Number two, I like about it too. See, look, this isn't gold leaf. That's coffee stain. Sorry about that. All right, this isn't gold leaf. I try to make my own with the coffee, I guess. But it comes with 2 ribbon markers. I mean, that's pretty cool. The nice ribbon markers, green and gold or yellow. And then of course this one I put a bookmark in. Recently I had ribbon markers that I added in, but I took them out for this video because people were getting confused with it. So right here, you don't see that there's no gold gilded edges. Now the difference about that as well, that I don't have that edition. I do have the I should have pulled that one out. The NABRE Didache Bible in the leather bound, which is like hardback with like leather on top, like that makes it soft, whatever. So it's not like this leather, which I like. It's a different type, but at the same time, that one has gold gilded pages, and you can get this Didache, the RSV one, in the hardback leather bound, with the gold leaf. And again, you'll get those 2 ribbon markers. So right off the bat, if you go with the letter on this, it's just better. I just feel like it's better overall, but I didn't get the gold leaf on this, and I still like this better. For some of those like that, just having ribbon markers helps. I like that. It's lighter. And price wise, okay, so the hardback of the Didache is like $45. The hardback of the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, personal size edition, is like $54. So you save $8-9 on it, stuff like that. And then the leather bound of this one is like $64.99 or whatever, close to the price of this one. So that's about the same. But remember, you get the gold leaf that you don't get on this, and you're going to get the 2 ribbon markers. And it looks beautiful, trust me. I've seen it in person. I just didn't buy that when I bought the NABRE like that. Maybe I'll show that in a different video. Okay, so that's the outside stuff. That's the quick reason why I like the Didache better. It's more functional. This is lighter to hold than this one. And again, I guess if I had the hardback, I can tell you, because it kind of does flop, because it's a little heavier. By the way, there's like 2,300 pages in this one, and this one has, I'm gonna have to go back and look, a lot less. I think it's like 18 on the pages. So right off the bat, you're gonna see a big difference in that. There's about, what is that, like 500 less pages, 500 less pages in this one. All right, now let's go on the inside. And I'm sorry that this is so like low budget, but we're gonna go on the inside. And right off the bat, I can show you another thing. Now there are some great things about the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible. That all the articles and commentary and book introductions. The Didache Bible has book introductions too. But okay, see, like even right here, the font, and I guess you're not going to be able to see it too much. And this is just simple, like abbreviations for the books of the Bible. Okay, it looks okay there, but then when I use this one, it's bigger text. Look at it forward. Like I don't know if it's hard to see it on camera, but in person you can see the difference in the font size of everything that goes through. This is like brief summary of sacred scripture. They both have a lot of extra stuff, but yes, the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible has a lot more extra than this Bible here. But again, this is well worth the money, and you're going to get a lot out of it and use it more. And this right here has personal scripture passages from personal meditation, and I love that. You don't see that very often in like Catholic Bibles. I don't believe stuff that help you like the Protestants have when it comes to certain feelings and stuff. Anyway, so what am I looking for? Where did it go? I'm sorry, folks. Bear with me. Not very good at these Bible reviews, but I love scripture so much. And I'm not trying to talk bad about the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible. I'm looking for the introduction page. Right? All right, here we go. The abbreviation and stuff. Like, it's just bigger font. If you can remember what the other one looked like, I can compare it, but the page kind of flops and closed in the beginning of the Bible. But for the rest of it, it stays open. But anyway, so that's that. I mean, the red colors and stuff. Now, there is a lot of cool stuff. This is the Ignatius Bible now. Have word studies and stuff. Like all these things means, stuff when you're reading a commentary. They do refer to the catechism. Let's see right here if I can compare. I don't know why I had that. That's where I was up in the Bibles. I'm going to go to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9. Just to look, because that's where I am, and that's where I put the bookmarks. All right. I just want to see if I can compare the colors. Right there, I mean, you can see it jumps out right away, the white to the cream. It's just, for me, I feel like it's easier on your eyes. Like, it just sticks out more. You can read better. And again, the print is better in a Didache Bible. The size is 9.5 as opposed to 9-point print, and it makes a difference. It might not feel like it, but it does. It does make a difference. And let's see if I can see right here. And just right there, like, and it's hard because I know one book's on top of the other, but where it says the first line, "Oh God," right here, "Oh God," and then you look at "Oh God" right here. There's a big difference in like the size of the text, and it just sticks out more. And then here, you do have footnotes in the Didache Bible, and it refers to the catechism. I mean, it's just some cool stuff. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read it as I'm telling you. And then here, yes, you're going to have commentary on the Ignatius Bible. Some of it refers to the catechism. Sorry, I know I'm moving around a lot. You got some cool stuff. They're both great, but I feel like the Ignatius Bible is going to be more of a reference Bible because it's so heavy. I prefer to hold this one in my hand with the larger font, and it's lighter to hold. And I guess because of the hardback, it makes it easy to hold in your hand so it doesn't flop all over. So it's not really the leather's fault here. Some people like that. I thought I would, but it's just too big of a book to have like that. But anyway, and the cool thing about Ignatius, again, I'm not talking bad about it. You people might love it. It's all about usability, I guess, right? What am I going to use more? Look, you got some cool. So here's the thing, like introduction this is to the Gospels, but each book, there's a lot to the introduction. You know, I'll show you right there. Like the introduction to Matthew has 1, 2, 2.5 pages, right? So you got the, you know, the other page and then this one and this one. Whereas, let me get to the Didache Bible. We go to the Didache Bible. I mean, I could have this with any book of the Bible, but all right, ready? So the other one had like 2.5 pages. This has 1 page. Okay, it just has 1 page for the introduction to the Gospel of Matthew, and it covers a lot. It covers the author, the date, the audience, the main theme. You know, it's all cool. I mean, it gives you just what you need. And then, of course, there's apologetical stuff mixed in. Look, right here, Eucharistic adoration, okay? It gives a reading there from Revelation, and then explains church teaching on it. And then you can refer to the Catechism and read more about it, you know? And then on the page before it, Christ's real presence in the Eucharist. You know, this helps you explain it to people who don't understand it. You know, so this is cool. I like this. And again, the Didache Bible, the Ignatius Bible, they have their stuff as well. You know, it's a beautiful Bible as well. I'm not trying to talk bad about it. I keep saying that because I don't want people to feel like, I'm trashing this Bible. I'm just not. But, they also have maps throughout. Here's a little article here. Jesus, the Son of Man. And this is from the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, you know, again, with a word study right there. I mean, there's a lot of footnotes and stuff, but again, for someone like me, I'm going to need glasses to read this, and I do. When I want to read this, you would think the font looks big enough, but it's 9-point font, and it's just a little, the cream color, I feel like it hides the text more than look how bright that is. Well, I'm in the way right now, but it's just so bright compared to it. I know it looks like, well, the black is sticking out a lot. There's something about just reading it on the white that just comes out better, I know, for me at least. What else do I want to show you guys? I wanted to show like a map through. I'm sure, if you have this, you know what I'm talking about. I know there's maps in here. Come on, let's go to Genesis. There's always maps in Genesis. Let's see what we got. Here we go. See, there's the text, you got the notes, and they give you a map on that same page. Joseph and his brothers. You get that map. And then on top of that, they're going to give you maps in the back as well. And here we go. And by the way, there's some pages for notes in the back. But here are the maps. These are the basic maps that are in there. These are in the Ignatius Bible. Okay? So these maps here. Get a bunch of maps. A bunch of maps here. I know this is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to do this just to, maybe I want to know everyone else's opinion. What do you think? And then I'll go to the maps in the Didache Bible and see if they're similar. Let me see. Here we go. Let's see if they're any different. All right, here we go. Ready? After the book of Revelation, it goes into the maps. And Abraham's migration. It looks different. These maps look different. And this is the journey of Abraham. I know that light is bothering you probably. The story of Lot. These maps are pretty good. They give you a decent amount. You just don't get these in the text itself. So that's one thing. I do like seeing them when you're reading the Bible as you're going along, and they're in on the same page as the text. But it's I do like them. I think these are wonderful. And there's a lot of them. And this is the Didache Bible, RSV, Second Catholic Edition. Elijah and Elisha, the downfall of Israel, the fall of Judah. It just keeps going. These are a lot of maps here. The Babylonian Empire, return of the exiles. And there's a few more. You just keep going, and it pulls his first journey, second journey, Third journey, and and then the voyage to Rome. And then, is that the end of the maps? They give you one more just so you can be happy. Christian churches in Asia Minor. And that's pretty cool. Then you got a glossary in the back there. You got the glossary. And then they also, I know they have a list of the apologetical stuff right there. You got it by title if you want to look it up. There's a lot of them. And then they also have it, what's the other way they have it? By subject. You see, it's pretty cool. I mean, so basically that's where you got this, some Christ descended into hell. Look at that. You read about it, and then you can refer to the catechism. I really do like this. I like the Didache Bible better. There's stuff in the front, like I was showing you earlier. And there's not, each introduction only has like a page, and that's all you need. You need to know who wrote it, when, the date is, and the main themes. That's it. You don't need to know all the scholarly stuff behind it, but that's the beauty behind this translation right here. Yes, it's a major Catholic study Bible, major study Bible for anyone. I think everyone, regardless of if you're Catholic or not, I think they would love all the info in this, but this is just too much for everyday use, especially for someone on the go. Not that this is so small that you can bring it in a bag all the time, but if you have your own desk, you can. I don't, but I can still bring this every day, read it. It's more versatile, I guess. I don't know. It has everything you need without being overwhelming, whereas this has everything and more. It really is beautiful, just minus, for the price you pay, where's the gold leaf and the ribbon markers, But there's so much information. That's really what you're paying for. Yes, the Word of God, but also all the extra stuff by Scott Hahn, Curtis Mitchell, and all the others. There's a lot of extra stuff. This is 500 extra pages, but I still prefer this because it's simpler. It's simple, easier to carry. Bookmark it, ribbon markers in it. It has exactly what we need for if you're a Catholic. Even if you're not, you can read this and refer to the catechism. Anyway, I hope that you like this video. Leave comments if you want if you have any questions I didn't cover here. Again, the pages are thin in both of these. I mean, this is, the cream is cool and all, the cream color, but I just like the white just pops out. Boom, look at that. It just pops out compared to the cream. The cream is so subtle. Anyway, I prefer the Didache Bible, RSV, CE, and even the NARSB is pretty nice too. That's a nice one, the one I have, the leather one with the gold leaf. But anyway, I do prefer this Bible. Sorry, folks. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer it or not? And if you know anything about this, and if this review helped you, just let me know. But anyway, all right, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully some of you made it this far. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Happy Easter.